Hello, beautiful soul. My name is Jen Merkel. I'm a transformational life coach and certified hypnosis practitioner, and today I am sharing how to ask the universe for a sign. Before I get into that, just a reminder to check out my website, jenmerkelhypnosis.com. My specialties are law of attraction, past life regression, and I also have a really great intuitive development program. All of my hypnosis programs not only include hypnosis and recordings, but you also get homework that's targeted to help you get to the next level, to keep the momentum going between sessions. And of course, you have one-on-one conversations with me so that I'm able to help you with any questions you have, some way that you might be stuck, or whatever challenges you're facing. So again, check it out, jenmerkelhypnosis.com. Okay, now let's talk about asking the universe for a sign. Now keep in mind, I'm going to give you some tips on how to ask for a sign. This is how I do, but if you find something that works better for you, obviously you're going to want to do what your gut tells you to do. Do what works best for you. You don't have to do it my way, but I know for myself, when I was just starting out and I wasn't sure what to do, I needed someone to tell me, to give me ideas on how to get started. And so I've kind of evolved from there, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. One other quick thing to keep in mind, I am giving instructions on how to ask the universe for a sign, but when I say that, really you can ask the universe for a sign, you can ask any spirit guides you have for a sign, angels, or even a loved one who's crossed over to the other side. So you can actually use this information for any of those things. So first, let's talk about why you might want to ask for a sign. I like to ask for a sign if I'm looking for an answer for a problem or a dilemma, some kind of situation I'm going through. Also, obtaining spiritual guidance, asking for encouragement, or just receiving acknowledgement that you're on the right path. Now let's talk about how to ask for a sign. Again, this is how I do it. There are probably other ways to do it out there, but this is how I learned how. And it really works for me. And I'm going to share with you a story about how I received a sign after I go through this. Okay, now the first step in asking the universe for a sign is to quiet your mind. Get into perhaps a meditative state. You can do it during meditation, or if you just want to do a really quick one, all you have to do is just quiet your mind, maybe close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, connect with your inner wisdom and your higher self, and then reach out and connect with the universe, spirit, your spirit guide, your angels, whatever you're trying to connect with. Just go ahead and use that inner wisdom to really connect with them. At that point, ask them for a sign, and it's always good to tell them why you want this sign. That kind of reinforces why they're helping you. I recommend saying please and thank you, being respectful to your spirit team. And then when you're asking for that sign, it is really important to be specific. Now, you want to be specific, but you don't want the sign to be something that is really crazy specific, because you want it to be something that's accessible. So you want it to be something that you see once in a while, but not all the time. For example, you don't want to say a bird, send me a bird, because you see birds all the time, but maybe a bluebird, would be a good one. But you probably want to stay away from being too specific, like saying a bluebird with an orange beak and black tail feathers, because that's something that would be really difficult for the universe to send you. Something else to consider is that our earthly realm is the only one that has time, that keeps a sense of time. So it's important to set a time frame for the universe, because if you don't, you might get that sign within 10 seconds from now, or you could get it 10 years from now, and I'm sure that's not what you want. So what I like to do is specify a timeline, usually between 3 and 7 days. Now, after you have asked for that sign, be on the lookout for it. Be hyper aware that that sign will be coming to you. So it's important to be more mindful than usual and be on the lookout. Also, make sure you have an open mind, because that sign might not come in the exact version you're looking for. For example, we said a blue bird. So it doesn't mean that a blue bird is necessarily going to land on your windowsill. Maybe it means that you'll get a greeting card in the mail that has an illustration of a blue bird. Or maybe you'll go to the convenience store and to buy a Coke and someone's wearing a Blue Jays hat. So it can come through in many, many different ways. So like I said, just have an open mind. And then when you receive your sign, you'll probably be like, wow, that's awesome, because I do. No matter how many times I ask for signs and get them, every time I do, I get so excited about it, because it's kind of like, two-way communication with spirit in the universe. I mean, what's better than that? Anyway, make sure that when you get down from your cloud nine receiving the sign, that you do say thank you to the universe. Be grateful for the sign, because it's a clear message. Now, something else too is that you might not get your sign. And if that's the case, don't think that anything is wrong. Don't feel bad like you did anything wrong, but just take it as a clear message from the universe. You're not getting your sign for a reason. So what do you think that might be? You're going to want to tap into your inner wisdom again and see, maybe you need to take another path, or maybe a different decision needs to be made. So just keep that in mind, that not receiving a sign is still a sign. Okay, now I promised you my sign story. Now, the very first sign that I ever asked for was really early on in my spiritual development. And I had gone to see a medium, and he told me how to ask for a sign. Like, I never even knew that I could. So I was pretty excited. So later that day, I did exactly what I told you. I tapped into my inner wisdom. I connected with, in this situation, I actually wanted to connect with my maternal grandmother. And so I said, Granny, please send me a sign. I would like to see a ceramic chicken by the time I go to bed on Sunday night. And the reason I picked a ceramic chicken is because my grandmother actually collected chickens, and she had several ceramic chickens. And it was a good example, because you do see ceramic chickens here and there. But anyway, it wasn't something that was so out of the ordinary, but it also, because it was my grandmother who collected them, it was kind of something special. And also, as you can see, I asked for Sunday evening by the time I go to bed. So that was a nice specific request. It was about 4 days after my initial request. Okay, so now I knew that she was at work trying to put this sign together for me. So then I just went about my normal life, even though I was open to receiving the sign and I was on the lookout for the sign. I didn't go out of my way. I didn't go to a big box store down the home decor aisle hoping to see one, because that kind of defeats the purpose. But again, I was open to it. I was out, I went to people's houses, I was just living my daily life. Well, Sunday evening rolled around and I went to bed, and I remembered about my request, and I was like, oh, darn it, I guess I didn't get that sign. And I was a little upset. I was like, well, I guess there's a reason why I didn't get the sign. I was a little sad, but then I started scrolling through my phone, and I was just, kind of settling into bed and looking at Facebook of all things, and a marketplace listing came up, and guess what it was? It was a ceramic chicken. Someone was selling, actually 2 ceramic chickens on Facebook Marketplace. So again, this is a good example of something specific that I received, but it wasn't showing up in the way that I thought it was going to. But then I got the sign, and oh gosh, I'm just getting teary-eyed thinking about it, because it was so special to me. So at that point, I just closed my eyes and I said, thank you, Granny. And thank you for sending love, because I really felt her love coming through with that sign. So I hope you enjoyed my little story and my information on how to ask for a sign. If you have any ideas for future videos, let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to seeing you next time.